Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and I hope that the rest of your days is as sweet as yours. My name is Muhammad Alvin Zulfan bin Suhaimi from 8174B, and I am here to talk about major Malaysia agriculture commodities. Before we go any further, let me explain to you what Malaysia agriculture commodity is. The agriculture, fisheries and forestry sector employ roughly 10% of the Malaysian labour force. Palm oil, rubber, cocoa and wood product account for this around half of the output. Malaysia global agriculture trade reached $45.5 billion in 2020 with export of $26.8 billion and import of $18.7 billion. Palm oil is the dominant export and leading market for this Malaysia product include India, the European Union, China, Pakistan and the United States. For this video presentation, I will choose palm oil as my major Malaysia agriculture commodities. As we know, palm oil is one of the major factors in Malaysia economy and makes an important contribution to the country's socio-economic development. Palm oil production is essential to the economy of Malaysia. The Malaysia Palm Oil Commission is a government committee responsible for promoting and developing the domestic palm oil sector. Sunderby in Malaysia is one of the largest listed oil palm company in the world. Malaysia accounted for 25.8% of global palm oil output and 34.3% of global palm oil export in 2020. When additional oil and fat produced in the nation were included, in response to the government desire for more industrialization, crude palm oil refinery began in the early 1970s centuries. There are several external factors that must be considered before entering the international market of major Malaysia agriculture commodities. Please allow me to clarify that. Firstly, government policy, which is requirement for halal certificate. Many food products such as beef and chicken require halal certificate before they may be imported into Malaysia. This is due to the fact that Islam is practiced by 63.20% of Malaysians. Same goes to palm oil product. This criterion is by far the most significant impediment to furthering trade with the country. Currently, only the Islamic Development Foundation of Malaysia, JAKIM, is authorized to issue halal certification. Furthermore, economic factors such as supply and demand must be considered. We must take account the percentage of product required at the international level. Because I choose palm oil as my commodity, I must consider the people who require this palm oil product in that location. As a result, this good will sell out and our country will get profit greatly. This money can be utilized to improve the country infrastructure. Vice versa, for each country that have a lower per capita income, it is probably not going to be a good market to sell palm oil with higher prices. Other than that, external factors that must be considered before entering the international market are social and cultural force. Social and cultural force is referred to an individual and group that their behavior, belief, thought pattern, lifestyle, friendship, language, taste and preference. They may affect palm oil marketing operation. For example, the eating habit by some country. By that, I can count the percentage of people that consume palm oil in their daily life. Last of all, we must to consider the competitive factor before we decide to import any product outside the nation. We must examine the number of sellers of palm oil in a specific location or similar competitive product brand at that international level. We should select a strategic site to ensure a tiny number of competitors in the chosen area. There are various factors to consider, including pricing competitiveness and the product quality. If we make the right decision, our country will benefit greatly. To summarize, the many factors that I discussed, such as government policies, economic factor, competitive factor, social and cultural force, must be considerable before accessing the international market of important Malaysia agriculture commodities. We will increase our country development by closely monitoring agriculture commodities.